So, treatment. Talking about treatment, it is a very lengthy process. There are many steps that can be followed in order to make sure that water is cleaned up properly and all of the toxins, viruses, germs, bacteria, waste, garbage, everything is taken out of the water and purified before it gets distributed back into the homes and water towers and our water systems. So the first step in this diagram shows a brief demonstration about what the water travels through. It doesn't give you descriptions, but it's very helpful just to show you the process while I discuss what happens a little bit in each stage and why these stages are important. So first things first, you have to gather the raw water and polluted water. You can't really clean water if you don't have any water. Second, the water will travel through a screening. What this does is it takes out all the larger waste objects. So, like trash bags that are full if they were floating in a river and got pulled in, or plastic bottles, just garbage in general. The bigger trash and waste is just skimmed out and taken out. Then the fluids then travel through and they go to coagulants. These are added to make the dirt and sludge particles dissolve, so it breaks those dirty, gritty, nasty particles up into tinier pieces, and it allows them to clump together to each other and then form a bigger clump, which is easier to be removed than trying to sit there and skim through and get all these tiny, tiny particles out. The coagulants really help form those bigger clumps so they're easier to be removed. Next is the sedimentation process. So in the sedimentation process, this is where the leftover particles either then sink to the top of the tank or the bottom of the tank. At the top of the tank, it's just more waste, but at the bottom, they call that the sludge. That's like, it looks like mud, and like if you've ever been in a pond and you go swimming and you step down and it's really soft and muddy and gross when you step in soft, that's kind of what the sludge would look like and feel like if you were to clean it out and things like that. Then the thick layer of sludge is removed and the thin layer of skim and scum on the top is removed, and then the leftover water in the middle then transfers to the next step. The next step is filtration, and this is through carbon, sand, and gravel. The filtration really helps get that rest of the nasty, dirty waste, bacteria, and just all that nasty stuff helps get majority of the rest of it out. And then it goes to disinfect. So this is when chlorination is used to kill the bacteria and possible viruses that are still in the water, although the water does look 10 times cleaner than when it originally started. These chemicals are added just to make sure that there's no second chance of something could be bacterial or still have a virus or polluted that can cause harm when it then goes to the storage unit, storage space, and then it is then transferred back into our homes and back to our water towers, and it's safe to drink and shower with, cook with, and do whatever you need to do with water.